Hey everybody, just super quick video here, just kind of walking through that document that was shared just with that distinction between office managed and teacher managed or classroom managed behavior, right? So for both types of behaviors, when you want to submit a referral in an Infinite Campus, right, it's always under that behavior referral tab. So once you're there, I'm going to click new. Anything in red does need to be filled out. So, it's discipline, date, time. You do kind of need to click who you want it to notify. If it's a teacher managed behavior, like I said, it won't actually flag anybody, but it's a quirk of the system. And then location. So I'm going to choose hallway. Okay. That's it for this portion. We don't actually write any details here, and that's a student data privacy thing. If you type names and whatnot right there, it's viewable to everybody and not just attached to the student. When you want to attach a student, you click down here at Add Event Participant, and here's where you're going to choose the event type. Right? So what was it? Anything specific here, like cell phone, dishonesty, inappropriate language, those are all going to be classified as teacher managed behavior and things that aren't necessarily going to flag Julie or I and need to be managed by the office. This teacher referral category, that is kind of just that major category again, and that's for something that needs to be processed by the office. Julie and I will take that one. We will get notified for that. But if it's something that we're just going to document for trail use, just to have on file for the student, so we can kind of track that over time. Any one of these kind of categories work. So I'm just going to choose inappropriate language. Right. So the category here pops up as teacher managed. You don't need to do anything else with that up here. So we know the behavior was inappropriate language. And then this kind of checkbox system is we also want to document the resolutions, right? So student was using inappropriate language in the classroom, right? So what happened, right? So in this case, I'm going to say, well, I talked to the student, so I retaught the expectation. And, at this point, I felt like it warranted because it was kind of some inappropriate language toward another group of students. So we kind of worked through and had an apology for that too. So we kind of sat down, took some time, and we kind of worked that out, right? Um, from that point, here's where you're actually going to add a student, right? So if I was going to add a student in this case, right, I would type the student's name, and for data privacy, I'm not going to pull up a student. But once that student came up, then there would be kind of uh, a details box that you could actually attach a description of what happened with that specific student, right? So you could say the student uh, used this language in class. We talked about those expectations. We had a good conversation with the couple of students that were in the area. And that's just kind of where you're telling the narrative and kind of explaining what happened. And that's actually attached to the student. So it doesn't kind of break any data privacy rules, right? So you'd have the students there, you'd write in those details. I'm going to save draft. Once you've saved the draft, this is the important bit. You do have to then actually submit the behavior. I don't know why there's a save draft and a submit, but it's not submitted yet until you click on it and then hit submit, right? So once you hit submit, it'll tell you that the referral has been submitted and we're good to go. Okay, again, that is purely just processed kind of every night by the system. It doesn't flag anybody, but that data then we'll be able to pull up in Tableau. Kind of look at a trail level and just kind of do a little bit more in-depth data analysis. If you have questions, you can talk with myself. You can talk with Julie, and we can help you with that. Thanks.